has acquired Buddy Build, the startup that offers services to aid app developers with user testing and iteration. Apple will roll the Vancouver-based Buddy Build team into its Xcode engineering division, where the team will create new tools and features for iOS developers. We don't know exactly what form those will take yet, but it is likely they'll still be related to debugging and collecting user feedback. Buddy Build's currently offered services and products are similar in some ways to Apple's existing tool TestFlight, also an acquisition which allows app developers to share test-ready app builds. Apple has always made porting developers a cornerstone of the strategy for its platforms. Let's call it trickle-down platform development. First, you give developers powerful tools and an app store that puts their concerns front and center. Then they create software that draws consumers to the platform. Each time Apple succeeds in attracting developers to build an app experience that is unique to its ecosystem, it's a win from Apple's perspective. This approach is the driving force behind many of the features that were new in iPhone last year, like the True Depth camera and the various AR components and features. These are features that in theory would allow developers to create applications on the iPhone that would either not be possible on other platforms or at least not as easy to implement. But having powerful and effective tools for developers behind the scenes is just as important as flashy features in the devices. To that end, Apple introduced some new services and features last year, some of which would be similar to what we can expect from the team at Buddy Build. Just last month, Apple made it possible for developers to sell their apps as pre-orders. Last year, Apple changed the profit-sharing rules for certain apps to be more favorable for developers and introduced search ads for apps in the App Store. Buddy Build's existing service will remain operational for the time being, but the service is no longer accepting new users. Further, support for Android, which was just added in February of last year, will be discontinued on March 1st.